Hi, I'm Martin Crabb. I'm the Chief Investment Officer at Shaw & Partners, and I'm joined today by Steve Jacobs, our Chairman, who's out visiting Australia from the UK. So Steve, you were very instrumental in putting EFG and Shaw & Partners together back all those years ago. What did you see was the great opportunity to do that back then?
It feels a lot longer. I think we've done a lot collectively together in that time. What really swung it for us was coming down here, meeting you, meeting the management, meeting a lot of the client advisors, and realizing the enthusiasm, the client focus of the business. But really it was the opportunity to grow the business to the next level collectively and working together.
Do you think the opportunity is greater today than it was 6 years ago, or?
I think 6 years ago it was let's put the businesses together, let's build the relationship, taking a business that was strong in a few cities and giving it a real national coverage. And I think the next level of development really is looking at what's happening around the rest of the world, what client trends are and why, and looking at whether we can bring some of that to the Australian market.
You know, my sense is that Australian investors are very home biased, where they tend to invest in companies they know and they like to buy real estate because they can touch it and feel it. Is that a global phenomenon, and how is EFG and other organisations tackling that?
I think it's natural that some of that home bias goes away as you seek out opportunities. And I think people's knowledge of global markets and global opportunities is just so much more now because of news, etc. Maybe it's not 80% now invested locally, but I think you'll always have a chunk invested locally to match currency, match risk, match familiarity.
How are European investors and American investors or Latin American investors different from Australian investors? Do you see things going on overseas that you think that's probably going to come down here at some point?
Some of the markets you talk about, the US, Europe, UK, the move into the private investment side was earlier, especially the US. And there's a big wave again. Individual investors looking to get exposure into private markets.
EFG has been very successful in recently is attracting advisors from other firms. Why are people leaving their firms to come and join Shaw & Partners?
The common theme there is both EFG and Shaw & Partners have a very client-centric model. The advisor has what the client needs at its heart. He or she knows that if he can serve that client well, that client is going to stay with him or her for a long period of time. And that word gets out. You become a magnet for the top talent. If you're going to work and work hard, you want to be in an environment where you can have fun and you can do what you do really, really well. And I think Shaw & Partners is excellent at providing that environment.
What's something you think Shaw & Partners does particularly well that maybe other parts of the group could leverage off?
It's probably not the answer you'd expect, but the one thing that jumps immediately to my mind is the foundation you have here. The way that Shaw has raised, 13 million in the last 10 years for the foundation. We've raised it up to the EFG level to say, look, we do things around the group, but this is a model that we should really, really focus on and look to repeat, and we're actually working on that at the moment.
So I'm a fanatical Liverpool FC supporter, as you know, Steve, and I do get to come over once a year and visit you in the UK. You're a Fulham supporter, Craven Cottage. How do you think Fulham are going to go this season in the English Premier League?
I think our target is our normal target of mid-table mediocrity.
Staying up.
The good thing, though, I tell this to my son the whole time, teenage son, is if you're a Liverpool fan, you expect to go and win every week. If you're a Fulham fan, if you win, it's a really, really big event. So you get to experience life's highs, but often the lows. And I think that's good preparation for life.
It's a character building experience. Thanks very much, Steve, for joining me today.
Pleasure.
Steve Jacobs, Chairman of Shaw & Partners.